The first is Senate Bill 160, which was passed by the Senate with the authorship of Senator Al Rada. It's oftentimes called the Rada Act or the Employment Relations Act of 1975. This bill was significant because it issued in the era of collective bargaining. Prior to that time, community colleges operated under what was known as the Winton Act, which was a more collegial, meet and confer way of making decisions about salaries, benefits, and the types of conditions in community colleges, largely involving the faculty. With the passage of the Rada Act, collective bargaining changed all of that and brought into place a very formalized, regulated, and exclusive process. No longer the sort of town hall discussions, but now a very formal, very specific process. The process, in my view, worked very well in some ways, and still does, in terms of defining and being clear about working conditions and things of that nature, instituting a grievance process so that it was easier to resolve problems. A second piece of legislation was Senate Bill 361, and that was the bill authored by then Senator Jack Scott, who later became our state chancellor. That bill was the system's first truly systematized budget act, and from my perspective was significant because it changed the way community colleges were funded. It used to be that there was a funding menu across the 72 districts, with some districts receiving very low income from their apportionment and others very high. Senate Bill 361 equalized that for 66 of the 72 districts. The last piece that I think is significant in the history and development of community colleges is Senate Bill 1456, the Student Success Act. This represented an investment by the legislature in how community colleges would ensure that students who came to us would actually succeed, actually do well in their classes, persist from semester to semester, and at all levels be successful. In addition, the bill introduced the notion of equity for the first time, that community colleges should not just try to treat everyone equally, but to look at where certain types of student populations might require more assistance than others to ensure that everyone could succeed at their own rate. This was followed by separate funding for equity. I can't underscore enough how important it has been that hundreds of millions of dollars have been invested in student equity in the community colleges, transforming the efforts and transforming the success rates that we have all had with our students. And the mission is still evolving. And the big challenge that is on the horizon right now is the community college baccalaureate. In 24 states of the nation, community colleges are authorized to offer bachelor's degrees in workforce fields, not in sociology, philosophy, English, and the like, but in applied workforce fields. And the California community colleges, after some lengthy and controversial discussions, did not reach full agreement on whether or not our community colleges should be allowed to do that. And so legislation was passed again, and it was my honor to chair the legislative process. That Senator Marty Block initiated with Senate Bill 850. Senate Bill 850 has allowed community colleges to have a pilot program in the baccalaureate. The pilot is limited to 15 colleges with 15 programs. All of them applied.